The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 23, Nasdaq's flat, S&P's are flat, gold down $16.20 at $12.87. We have the silver market down 26 cents, $17.10, and it seems that what's shaking that market is Trump has been interviewing the Fed candidates. That's what seems like the rumor is anyway.
Interesting.
Taylor's out there.
Yes.
So Taylor, I've had Taylor on. I've interviewed him 3 different times on the afternoon show.
Okay.
So that's the Taylor rule.
Sure.
I've
heard, yeah.
And if, in fact, he's the guy, short-term rates basically probably would go up sooner rather than later. Long-term rates wouldn't. But we won't do this today, but we can jump on the Bloomberg. I just heard on the way in that if he was in right now, the 10-year would be 2.87 because there's a specific rule that he looks at that he has. It's a formula, not a gut feeling. Do you know what I'm saying?
But he doesn't control the 10-year. I'm losing you a bit on...
Yeah, he doesn't, but...
Okay.
Man, I hope they weren't talking about the short-term rate bank to bank. That would be a mind blower.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, maybe
just to get things straight, as
King Dollar, that moved King Dollar also. That moved King Dollar off the lows. King Dollar out here right now is running at 93,555. So we'll see whether that's going to go after the 94,100 once again. Goldman came out with numbers last night. Let's take a look at Goldman.
quite an opening bar for them.
Yeah, for sure. You get 244 down to 237. We'll see if that sticks. Favorite, NFLX. Netflix come out. That's gonna have some That's gonna have some volatility, man.
Yes.
The Netflix was up $6 last night after the close. Got to 197 today, this morning.
Yeah.
Look at that, and just took off.
Yep.
Opened to 200, went to 197, took off. Some of the let's go take a look at gold market first. So gold out here. You're down $16. You're down 210,000 contracts. They come 1279 is 374. 317. We'll probably do 317. That's 1284. That's what it's going into. So it's going into the bar from the 10th. See, we get the action.
Yeah.
GDX. We take a look at the GDX. It's not bad for what the gold contracts
gold down $16, $17.
Yeah,
$14.
Yeah.
How about Goldman Sachs as well, right? Or do we Morgan Stanley?
Morgan Stanley, yeah. Morgan Stanley. They're up $1.12.
Good. Over 2%.
Yeah.
That's quite a bar.
And that's their wealth management, I guess. So let's take a look here. So this is why James Gorman wanted Smith Barney. While Morgan Stanley suffered the same bond trading slump that afflicted rivals, the firm's wealth management business carried it to improve profit. Last quarter, the division which Gorman had made central part of the bank's future as a driving force behind the crisis-era acquisition of Citigroup's Smith Barney. Yeah, that was a big score.
Sure.
That was Smith Barney was a monster. And guess what? When you get a percentage of the trillions that are out there, that makes a difference.
Definitely.
So, we're on the screen. Just give it another half hour.
Well, it depends what you're looking at. We are green. We're 17 points away from 23,000 in the Dow to put things in context.
It's going to definitely have to hit that. Why not, right? Inside the Dow Industrials, let's take a look at the strength versus the weakness out here. Strength out here today, you have, oh my God, is that real? Yeah, it is. United Health putting 73 positive points in the Dow.
Sure, they're a $200 stock. That's, As in they have a 10-point rise in the share price of their stock. That's where
And
price weighted, you know.
And Johnson & Johnson's putting 18 points in. Look at this, and Goldman's taking 25 out. Let's go with United Health. United Health, holy cow.
I mean, the $200 stocks are what moves the Dow, not the $50 stocks.
Right. United Health.
They came out with their earnings as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Group profit up 26%. I'm just cherry picking as you're scrolling. There you go. That's the number, 266 versus 217.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a number. Holy cow. And that's, yeah, busting all-time highs. It's pretty intense.
It is.
Johnson & Johnson, J&J, let's take a look at that. So that's up 261. It's also blowing out highs. There we go there. Look at this. Estimate was 180, they made 190.
And then even just, scroll back down right below where you were.
Okay.
Because they, one more. There you go. So just even their earned revenue, 19.65 versus 19.3. I mean, it looks small when you put it in numbers like that, but that's an extra $350 million in revenue. Just
in 90 days.
Yeah.
In 90 days.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts.
Excuse me.
Euro, EUR. Let's see where, because
yeah, euro weakening, dollar strengthening today, right?
Yeah, down 57 ticks at 117. Let's see, max amount of. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All over in Europe, I mean, they got, let's see, Euro slides, the Spanish economy hit. There's a lot of that whole Spanish deal. We'll see where that shakes out, but I believe they gave him an ultimatum that's Thursday, I think.
Okay, for the Catalan independence.
Right,
yeah.
right. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness. Ulta Salon up 3.6%. Now, that stock's killed. We'll go back. It's probably had earnings that were better than
above
they expected.
expectations, right, yeah.
Biogen is up 2.3%. QVC is up 1.4%. Taken away from it is that you get Seagate Technologies down 3%. Checkpoint Software is off 1.6%. Shire's down 1.5%. Let's go into Google. Google's at highs. See if Facebook has hit its high yet. Oh, it's getting there. 175.49.
We got there.
We got it. That's a beautiful thing. That's what we needed.
When did they come out with their earnings? Can you go to this description?
November 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the 26th though of October is the big one, right?
Okay.
That's going to be Amazon. That's going to be Google. So Amazon's up 455. No. We'll find out what's down that the NASDAQ can't catch a bid.
Yeah.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right now, you get the Dow up 24. NASDAQ is flat. S&P's are flat. Gold's down 1540. And the King Dollar's up 409 ticks, folks. Stay right there. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 26. You get the Nasdaq down 2. S&Ps are off 1. And Larry and John Jameson, they had quite a workshop last night.
They did. It was great. I was here. We had a great turnout. It was a great workshop. And yeah, the archive's up there for anybody that's subscribed. And of course, it's not on the front page anymore, but you can get in there just by going to newsletters, trading newsletters, sign up for Fibonacci 24/7. You'll gain instant access to it. Nice hour-long webinar. Yeah. Lots of great discussions that I actually really like myself in terms of expected value, right? That type of analysis, mathematical, statistical type probability comparison. So it was a good class. It was.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt.
And we start talking mathematics and we start talking statistics. We're going to talk our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade. Folks, remember, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You jump right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get a great program. Kevin Hinks and the team, you want to understand options upside down, futures upside down, that's the place to get it. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom O'Brien. Good morning, Tommy O'Brien. How's everybody doing?
Well, we're doing
good, man.
It's the most wonderful time
We
of
got
the
earnings.
year.
Market's going to hit.
Baby, you got to love it.
23,000 is minutes away, I'm sure. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Netflix, a nice trader overnight and a nice trader this morning. So, we're having some fun in Netflix. Today we'll be doing a earnings play on IBM. So we'll be talking about that during the show. But it's earnings season, so it's all about earnings.
It is all about earnings. And that IBM deal is going to be interesting too, right? I mean, because it's like they've been trying to get their footing for so long.
Sure.
And it's like they just haven't been able to. And,
well, Warren Buffett's not exactly helping the cause by exiting his position. So
yeah, that's a big
we'll
one.
see if there's any update on that. But I'm looking for some, for IBM to play hard this quarter and see how they do. The estimates, we'll see. We'll see, right?
Right.
We're going to trade them up either way.
They're going to have to get Watson on that with their AI team because he's been slacking, man.
Isn't that, that's what's amazing about that. Why don't they use their own Watson to figure out how to get their stock higher?
Yeah, Watson's got a little work to do.
He's good at chess, but I don't know. He's not good at getting that stock.
He certainly does.
Well, remember what this is. This company is in the long-term transition from one style of company to another, right?
Yep.
So that's not easy, and I think they're doing a great job. It's just a long process for them.
It is, and they did it before. I mean, I remember when they almost went bankrupt. I mean, they were down to the last millions, and it's like all of a sudden they come out with that super chip, and then they were the king of the world again.
Right, and now they're trying to migrate over to the cloud.
Yes.
And turn all their business over to the cloud, and that's a big undertaking.
Yes.
For them.
And as we move forward, and Kevin, it's going to be interesting. We're watching these different numbers. The 26th of October is going to be a big one because you got Amazon coming out, you got Google coming out. I think Microsoft's the same day. I mean, that's going to. Microsoft is the same day.
Well,
it is. It is. Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah. So think about it. You've got 2 of the FANG stocks coming out in one day, and if you enlarge FANG to include Microsoft, which a lot of people are doing now, then you've got 3 of them.
Yes.
Coming out. So, yeah, it's going to, that's a big day. But what I love about this time of year is you get a steady flow. You look on the Thinkorswim platform, there's, we're still early in the earnings season, so it's 50s and 60 companies a day. Next couple of weeks, you start to get, over 500 and 600 names a week.
That's amazing.
Big numbers coming out.
Right. What's amazing, too, folks, is that we know and are familiar with a lot of companies, but it's amazing, even to me, Kevin, how many I'm not familiar with when you see that many lined up.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we don't go to the same ones, but you go to the same couple hundred that you're looking at.
What do you have? I think it's like 3,900 listed companies or something like that.
It's a monster.
They all got to publish those numbers, man.
It is absolutely a monster.
Lots of trading opportunity in those names, but make sure what we talk about on Swim Lessons all the time is make sure you understand what you're trading when you do these earnings plays and when you trade these names. Get good at a small group of stocks. That's a great way to trade, especially options.
Yes. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And, don't forget, folks, you can come right over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim banner on the side. You hit the banner. You can bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow along with Kevin, with Scott, with the team out here. And
this is the time to test out those strategies, right?
It is.
You get used to seeing some movement.
It is.
You can't learn when nothing happens, really. It's tougher. You can, you can absorb some volatility as they talk about, but I like learning when I watch the market do some big things and see what happens.
I'll tell you guys a great story. We have a bunch of new employees here because of the network and TA network, right? Well, a lot of these network people have not really traded before, so they're all starting to dip their toes in paper money trading.
Perfect.
And there's one of our producers this morning that is very happy that he's only trading paper money because he tried to buy calls in Netflix. Now, not something that we advise doing, right? In an earnings play. Just
looking for more
calls.
than a $1 move, right?
Exactly. And he's got some scars this morning from buying some high price volatility. That he's like, well, wait, what happened? I'm like, we told you, be careful with implied volatility in earnings.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, and you know what?
We can all learn from that.
Yeah, and you're going to get him on that analytics page, and
he's
then
he's going to be watching the show and trading the show as he's doing it.
That's
sure.
right.
And the first thing I said to him was, well, thank goodness for paper money, right?
Totally, man.
Totally. So right here, folks, 35 minutes. Remember, TFNN.com. If you're driving down the West Coast right now, just go to TFNN.com on your cell phone, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get Kevin and the team. Kevin, you have a great one and a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 35 minutes.
Thanks for having me, guys. Great to talk to you.
You too, man. Have
Thanks,
a great
Kevin.
one. Have a safe one. Yeah, he does an amazing job out there.
Oh, because everyone has their biases, right? Like that, the producer. Well, he thought Netflix might go up,
right?
And guess what? Their numbers. He had the right mentality.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to beat on their expected subscribers.
Right.
They were going to beat on revenue. But did he understand that there was huge volatility priced in, right?
He didn't.
That's and so it's all of that kind of.
He didn't understand the implied volatility.
Yeah, and how much of a move you needed to make up that cost of that option.
It's big.
Yeah, and especially the stock even goes down when they announce those numbers. What's going on there, right?
Right. And right now, it's wavering. It
is. And
we've had a high
of 2 by the end of the day, right?
Yeah, we had a high of 204, a low of 197.
They really did. I mean, they came in at what 850,000 U.S.
Oh yeah.
And I think they came in at like 4.3 million international growth when their international was only supposed to be 3.5 million.
Oh,
and that's where really, if I was a buyer, I would want to see the growth because that's where the potential is, right? I want them to really be exceeding expectations internationally. because that's where you're going to be able to plow through. Yeah, and there it is. So 850 versus 774 here.
Right.
And then 4.4 versus 3.7 internationally. That's
huge.
just, you know, revenue they beat on, and the stock's down.
Well, that's because it's been up so far.
No,
probably.
it is.
You
I
know what
agree.
mean?
But,
Yeah.
you know, that's the
Right.
same thing. That's,
Oh,
you
yeah.
learn that, too, when you're coming into the market in terms of, you know, you don't just get to say if they beat on the 774 and they beat on the, you know, 3.7 million international, well, I'm going to cash in at the bank. And
Big numbers.
it's nice to learn that without putting real money at risk.
Monster
Oh,
growth.
they're a powerhouse,
There's
man.
no
Quite
doubt
a
about
company.
it. You know
What
I
are they
mean?
worth now? $86 billion. Close, we'll call it 89 because it's
86
86.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
80. That's wild. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials up 26. Nasdaq's down 4. S&Ps are off $1.50. Coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to our man Tom in Plymouth, Mass. Hey, Tom, what's going on, brother?
Hey, good morning, Tom. Tommy, how you been?
Morning,
Been
Tom.
great, man. How you been?
Oh, not
Rocking.
too good. I got in a car accident. Someone rear-ended me the day before. You guys were up there that Friday
Oh,
on Route 3.
Are you okay?
I'm okay now.
Thank
Got a
God.
little banged up, neck, back, rib.
Jeez.
But anyway.
Those car accidents, man. You know,
Yeah.
I've been in a bad one a few years ago. Totaled my car. I was sitting at a red light. It's just, you got to be eyes and...
You know, some of these drivers up here in town, you know.
Hey, they're everywhere, Tom.
It's
We're
a
in
whole
Florida,
it's
man.
the phone, the texting is a heavy scene,
It
man.
is. No texting and driving,
You just
man,
you
you
look
know.
down 1 second and you look up and it's all
It's
over.
a bad deal.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad scene.
Well, we're happy you're all right,
I'm
man.
glad you know, up
That's
and
so
going.
scary.
I'm surviving, yeah. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm looking at this. I'm kind of back. I'm looking at this TVIX down here so low. What's it at, 980 or 990?
We just pulled it up. 999 is the VIX. The TVIX is at 886.
8.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you guys think of that.
Listen, man. You know, I said to Tommy yesterday.
Someday that
I am
VIX is
so-
gonna pop, man.
Yeah,
but
it's just like it's a never-ending deal here, man. It's like
I hear, you know, we just had Kevin Hinks on. He tells, you know, what's the historical average for the VIX? Some astronomical number in terms of what it would sound like now if somebody told you. It's something like 15, 16.
14, yeah, right.
It's, you
Right.
know,
It's up there.
I think 14. I think for it's literally 1650 or something, which seems unheard of. That's the average. So we're.
I mean, I got stopped out about 3 or 4 weeks ago on it. And,
well, that's good you're using the stops,
hey,
man, because it's just.
I didn't dare get back into it. I've been watching it. I think it's time.
You know, I would watch what you have out here today. You know, the Dow just keeps grinding higher. The Nasdaq is having a tough time. You know, that being said, you know, guess what? It's like, okay, what's going to pull the Nasdaq down? That's the other side of it. You know.
Yeah, and
you
the
know,
Dow would be having more trouble, right, if it weren't for that United Health putting like 75 points into it itself.
Right. And we are at such high numbers. That's pretty easy to do because today's a classic, actually, that you can actually see that even, you know, I was bringing up that the aspect when you have all these stocks at such high numbers, that gets really dangerous. But it's like, okay, well, why? You know?
You could say it gets dangerous both ways.
I know.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Right.
the high price stocks have a larger effect. I mean, look
Right.
at, so Nike's up 40 cents, right, which is almost 1%.
Yeah.
And it's adding 2 points to the Dow.
Yeah.
UNH is up 10 points, which is only 0.5%, and it's putting 70 points in to the Dow. Price weighted,
That's
man.
so
It throws
skewed,
loops.
man.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
intense.
Yeah.
You know, Tom, the bottom line is that...
Keep your stops in no matter what, man,
Yeah.
because there's no reason why, you know, it's earnings, so maybe you'll have a little bit more volatility. We had some rocking and rolling with Goldman today and Netflix, but even Netflix isn't moving too much on some great news for them. But Goldman's got some price action.
Yeah, and it doesn't look to me like what's going to get intriguing here is that the XLE doesn't want to go higher. Doesn't look like it wants to go higher. So it's like, okay, if the financials are having a hard time and now the energy is going to have a hard time, it's going to be like, what is going to start a catalyst, you know, that the S&P can move more than 5 points down in a day? Well, we haven't seen it yet, you know. It'll come. The real question is, does it come in this century?
You can say a lot of things. It's not a matter of if, but when. Oh, right. It's not a matter of if, but when. But guess what? That doesn't mean it's anytime soon.
It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't, you know. Because
I know you like Sherwin-Williams with that green paint. But
you know, the thing that is amazing, this just absolutely feels like the 1998, 1999 that, you know, people have done well. They just say, hey, they sit there and wait.
Complacency?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they wait for an hour and a half and say, okay, we're not going down, so we're going to go up. So why don't we stop buying some stock?
Yeah. And
you
in
know?
fairness, if you look, you know, everything would be red if it weren't for that UNH. I mean, Dow would be down 50 right now. NASDAQ would be off 6. S&Ps would be off, you know, 0.5 point or so.
Yeah.
Brave territory, S&P down 0.5 point.
the market really hasn't had any pullback this whole year. I mean, it's had a little bit, but nothing substantial.
I mean, yeah, you could have been sick for one day and missed the pullback, though. So does that even count, right?
Oh, man. I'm telling you. I can tell you this. I can't sit here and tell you to go long the TVIX right here. So you probably should go long. That's
I
the
thought
bottom
that
line.
was a great trade at the beginning of the year, you know, and
Well,
here we are.
I might just pick up a few shares at this point and maybe just kind of hold the powder until I'm feeling a little, you know, like it's starting to move or something.
Yeah. Hey, you know,
I know it's dangerous. I know it's a dangerous one, but boy.
Oh, no. I mean, listen, I don't see it being dangerous right now at this point. I don't think anything is like, because if you put a
VIX
stop
under
in,
10 is not bad when you put a stop in.
Right. I don't see the market like going up 200 points overnight, But
yeah.
The grind, what we've had here is that it's
Dow 24,000 tomorrow.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Seriously, right? It's like, who knows, right?
I do see a grind that just comes in little by little every single day.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if we take a look at the the cash S&P, you really haven't moved that much, but it's just a grind. It's how many trading days is that? That's like 10 trading days, right? And you're only 5 points higher.
Yeah.
Even
so, what is that? August 18th was the beginning of the run, and that's where we haven't even blinked practically.
No, we haven't.
One blink. That might have been the one blink right there.
Yeah.
Hey, and I guess gold is also at a turning point too. It's hold here.
That's where I think I'd go. It's so funny, Tom, because we hadn't heard from you. I was thinking about you this morning, and then I saw gold. I says, "Oh, good, we're going to hear from you today." But that's where you get some action, I think. I mean, the equities are not getting hit like they should be getting hit with gold down 1590 right now. So that to me is like.
I'm looking at that J-Nun too. I've been watching it.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'd have a little more confidence that you get something moving. And is this
all right?
Okay, brother.
All right.
Hey, listen, man. I'm glad you're all right, and thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, you guys take care.
Sorry we missed you.
Thanks,
I'm glad
Tom.
you're all right, no doubt, man.
Thanks.
Those there's an article today. Let me see if
I saw something about the texting and driving.
Okay, so
no texting and driving, everybody. Seriously.
And this was we'll find it.
Right. Yep.
Oh, you got it?
There you go. Right?
Beautiful. Okay,
so let's go into it. Smartphones are killing Americans, but nobody's counting. This is the headline I saw pop up. I think whether it was on Facebook or whether it was just on Bloomberg or CNBC. Who Jennifer Smith is, we're not sure. We'll get there, but they don't like the term accident because it implies too much chance, too little culpability. A crash killed her mother in 2008. She insists when a car was broadsided by another vehicle while on her way to pick up cat food. The other driver, a 20-year-old, and then you combine the young people game into it, where that's already dangerous when you're young and you're just distracted driving. Ran a red light while talking on his mobile phone, so not even texting, talking, just distractions. Immediately admitted and cited as the catalyst. He was remorseful. He never changed his story, yet in federal courts, the death isn't attributed to a distraction or mobile phone use.
Wow.
I mean, so, you get into an accident, you say, I was talking on my phone, I wasn't even paying attention, and that's what they're saying. The statistics of the studies of how this is going on aren't tracking really the dramatic effect that the phones are having.
We're going to stay right there.
Yeah.
You stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 21, NASDAQ down 4, S&P's off 2.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 15. You get the Nasdaq down 7. S&Ps are off 3. And let's stay with this.
We were reading through it during the break,
yeah.
and it's great information. It's unfortunate information, but it's great information people should be aware about because it's a big problem, man. And some of these statistics in here are pretty mind-blowing. So in federal records, we're talking about just how the death that we had talked about isn't attributed to a distraction, and it's to that end she's been wildly unsuccessful 9 years later. The mother had quit her job and started a site, StopDistractions.org, a nonprofit lobbying and support group. Her intent was to make tragic loss of her mother an anomaly, and there's a lot of steps obviously they can take, but this is some of the stats that we went into. So over the past 2 years, after decades of declining deaths on the U.S. road, so here are the declining deaths, and you see the trend, there has been a spike. Traffic fatalities surged by 14.4%. In 2016, so last year, more than 100 people every day are dying.
Unbelievable.
In or near vehicles in America. And what we're going to get to, right, is that they keep talking about it's the people on the side of the roads. It's literally bicyclists, pedestrians. People are driving straight and hitting people, or it's remarkable. It's that simple. So people are driving longer distances, but not tremendously by a big amount. And then there are, however, 3 big clues, and they don't rest along the highway. One, as you may have guessed, is a substantial increase in smartphones. So from 2014 to 16, it went from 75% to 81. Doesn't seem huge, but guess what? That's 6% increase in people using smartphones. And the second is the way we're using them. We're not even talking anymore, which was the death they described in the beginning of that article, which is dangerous enough in its own right.
Now you're looking down.
Yeah, now you're texting, Twittering, Facebook, Instagram. By 2015, 70% of Americans were using their phones to share photos. And then in just 2 years later, 80%, 10 extra percent. That's a huge growth for sharing photos, let alone just texting, right? And then finally, the increase in fatalities has been largely among bicyclists, motorcyclists, and pedestrians, all of whom are easier to miss from the driver's seat than, say, an SUV, if you're glancing up. Last year, almost 6,000 pedestrians were killed by cars, and that's almost 1,100 more than in 2014.
That's crazy.
That is the one that jumped out the most, right?
22%.
Yeah, in 2 years.
We don't even have the numbers now for
2017.
Yeah.
Right. And the other part is they don't even understand the problem, because safety regulators and law enforcement officials understand it. They still, however, have no idea just how dangerous it is because the data just isn't easily obtained. And let's scroll down because I think, here we go. So out of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's 2015 data set, only 448 deaths were linked to mobile phones. That's just 1.4% of all traffic. By that measure, drunk driving is 23 times more deadly, and they go through this stuff, but there are many reasons to believe mobile phones are far deadlier. Some of the biggest indicators are within the data itself. In more than half of the fatal crashes in 2015, motorists were simply going straight down the road, no crossing traffic, no rainstorms or blowouts. Meanwhile, drivers involved in accidents increasingly mowed down things smaller than a Honda Accord, such as pedestrians, cyclists, many of whom occupy the side of the road. Pretty staggering, man. And, you know, myself, I like to ride my bike. I like to walk. I do not ride my bike along one of those sides of the road where they kind of have, you know, the lane where I'm on the sidewalk, because I don't trust people, especially in this day and age. And guess what? After reading this, it's not even close, man.
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
And you know what is down in St. Petersburg, right? They have very large bike lanes, but you still have to get used to them. You know, meaning their bike lanes. It's a bike city.
Yeah.
So the bike lanes are a good 4 feet. But when they only put them up like about a year ago.
Yeah.
And as a driver, I had to get used to them, you know, because when you're taking a right, you know, the bottom line is that you're going to be aware that, well, that bike lane keeps going, man. You better make sure that no one's on that side.
That's why I don't think I'd still trust them myself.
Yeah. Oh,
You
no.
know, as
Listen,
a biker.
I'm just explaining.
You're explaining it well, and
just
you have to
as
get used
for
to
driving
it. And guess
too.
what? People aren't getting used to it.
And
Not as-
I'm talking about not even just doing anything.
Right.
You got to be really cognizant
Even if
that
you're
hey,
paying
you
attention.
get a bike lane there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's. If you take a right, man, you're going to take someone out.
We all know it. You know, you see the people flying down the highway with their phone right in front of their face. It's a sad deal, man.
Well,
you know?
that's a heavy deal. That's you know, that's a battle. It's a pretty amazing.
It is.
877-927-6648. Let's go. Let's see. So the IYT. Let's go take a look at the IYT for one of the tigers out here. So this is transportation, I think. Yeah, so iShares transportation.
Stay with the
average.
transportation.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's right. Exactly. So the high in this was today the 16th. I think it is, right? 177. Yeah.
Today might be the 17th.
17th. Okay,
Yeah.
so the high was yesterday. Interesting. So this come off the high. Let's see what we got here. So inside the range would be 173.88. You're still way outside it. You know, I wouldn't be shot. I wouldn't be shot in this until it came inside the range because.
And where are you looking at the range? Just the high of those?
Yeah, you can.
Whether it's the
say
okay, just the recent highs, whether it was March of this year or
Right.
maybe June or July of this year. Okay.
Right, because it really, you know, it didn't have any volume up there, but guess what? It's not pulling back with any volume either. Let me just see this for a second. Yeah, it's not. Look at it. I mean, you know, you come off.
Sure.
Yes, yesterday you only had 112,000 shares. You know.
Sure.
So that doesn't look to me just yet that when you're coming off these highs, what you need.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. FedEx is the big fund in there, though. I could be talked into shorting FedEx, maybe.
Let's see. Let's take a look. FDX. So that's a 220.
And I'm just speaking fundamentally, of course.
Oh
as
yeah,
we dig into this,
no,
but
for sure. Yeah, right.
Amazon's starting their own shipping company, man.
No, there's no doubt.
Good luck to FedEx and UPS.
All right. Well, I guess what they have going for them right now is the holidays.
No,
right?
I'm being a little sarcastic. Facetious,
Yeah.
but
So this looks to me it's going to take another one. See that? Look at that volume right there in the weekly. Check out the swing.
Sure.
11 million.
Yep. September 22nd.
Versus 5. Yep. So 183. You got, 17? That's 37. My God. That's saying it wants to go to 240. Give me a break. Oh, my God.
Hey, like you said, we're coming into it.
Yeah, UPS. Let me go look at UPS.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for them, that's for sure.
Well, and what's also happening here is that there's no doubt that, you know, between the market and between real estate, people are going to feel like they have money. You know,
they're going to feel like that because they do, right?
Yeah, right. And they're going to spend it.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
So, yeah, this thing wants to hit a high too, 120. So, the Sears, the biggest shareholder, the second biggest shareholder outside of Larry Lampert, he basically sold what he has. Closing the fund, moving everything out, SHLD.
Did you walk into one of their stale, dry, smelly stores too, like I had? No.
No, you told me about that though. So look at this here. So you're at 550, right? So
it's a huge move, man.
So watch this, PH. This is the guy.
See? This I should have been shorting it when I walked out of that department store.
It's amazing. Right here. See this right here?
Okay,
Fairholme
Capital.
23.6% he owned. He closed his fund. He closed his fund. He sold what he could sell. and then instead of selling all of it, he distributed to the fund, the people that owned it.
Yep.
That's even that's like really intense, because when they're gonna hold and say, I already lost
Who's
money.
buying all that now, right?
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 21, Nasdaq's down 4, S&Ps are down 250. Nordstrom, this was kind of a shocking article, actually, when I looked at this morning, sent it over to you.
Yeah.
They didn't go private, folks, because the least amount of interest that they could get from banks ended up being 13%.
Yeah, the family wanted...
$7 billion, 13%.
Family needed money to buy them out.
Isn't that amazing?
And no bank would give it to them for under 13%.
That is a mind blower, man.
Like,
Banks
weren't born yesterday.
No, that's what this article's saying too. That's a heads up for the retail business in general. I mean, you'd hate to be a retailer. I mean,
well, banks are learning a little bit, and kudos to them for finally learning a little bit, right? Whereas, you have companies going bankrupt, and they're wising up to. I mean, JC, what were the companies that they talked about? I mean, what just went bankrupt? Toys R Us just went bankrupt.
Yep.
Again, those types, right? And they also talked about, though, how Nordstrom's actually doing really well in the sector. So it's really a wake-up, where they have online growth, they have penetration in the discount retailer sector with their Nordstrom Rack.
Yep.
So they are actually one of the better positions in that sector and still banks some, so standing out. They offer the high end, but coupled with the Nordstrom rack, still it's part of an industry where businesses are rated as distressed, and they're just seeing failures.
Intense.
You know, there's Toys R Us,
Yeah.
right? And they also said that maybe the family took too long because within those 2 months, they took too long to get a private equity firm. And then within that time, Toys R Us defaulted.
Yeah.
But then they also said, you know what, maybe they'll go through the holiday season and see where things shake out, and there's no rush because they know there's no rush. Why? Because nobody's jumping to buy Nordstrom.
Because they can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Right.
Totally.
You stay right there, folks. So we get swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, then we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and, of course, it's Tuesday, so our man, Mr. Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.